Hi Year 8s, welcome to this afternoon's lesson on harder circle questions. Please make sure that you write down the notes. You need to copy the shape and then copy the working into your books. Tomorrow in class we will go through some more harder style questions on circumference and area, and then you'll be doing some by yourself. Okay, so when we're working in these harder shapes, we need to make sure that we've included all the sides as well as any other shapes that are involved. So here you can see we have a semicircle and we have a rectangle. So first thing we need to do is find the circumference. We have this semicircle here, so we need to find the length around the edge of that. And we can use the formula circumference is equal to pi pi d. So pi times the diameter, which is 8 in this case, and that would give us an answer of 25.13. Okay, so now we've actually found a whole circle, so we need to divide that number by 2. So divide by 2, so that little line there means divide by 2. That gives me 12.57. Oops. What? Okay, so now I've done the circle. I also need to add on these two sides here and the bottom. So I need to do 12.57 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8. So that's adding on this side here, this side, and then the base as well. If I add all of them together, the perimeter is equal to 24.57 centimeters. It's not centimeters squared because we're finding the length around the edge. So remember, circumference is the perimeter or the area, or the line outside the shape. So this distance all the way around the edge is 24.5 centimeters. Okay, let's have a look at the actual area of the shape, so how much space is inside it. We've got a semicircle here, and we're going to use our formula. Now remember, the radius is actually 4 centimeters in this case. Okay, so our radius is from here out. So let's plug everything into our formula. So the area, so we go pi times the radius, so 4 squared. So let's plug that into our calculator first. So pi times 4 squared. That gives me an area of 50.27. Now I need to halve that number because I've only got a semicircle. So divide that by 2 and I get 25.13 centimeters. So the area of the semicircle, this section here. Now I need to do the rectangle. And that's length times breadth, so that's just 8 times 2, which is 16. And I need to add those two together. So add that 16, so 41.13 centimeters, and because it's area, it's squared. So what have I done there? I found the area of one part, and then I found the area of the other part, and I added them together. Okay, let's have a look at this one here. This one's a bit trickier. We can see here we've got one large semicircle and two smaller semicircles. Together those two semicircles would make one whole. And that's how I'm going to approach this question. So let's have a look at the large one first. Again, we've been given the diameter. So C is equal to pi times 20. That's 62.83, and we've only got half a circle, so I need to divide by 2. So the circumference of the large is 31.41. Alright, let's have a go at the small one now. The circumference is equal to pi times, now what's the diameter of these ones here is half the large one, so it would be 10. So pi times 10 is 31. So the circumference is 31.41, same as up here. So that means that both of these together is 31.41. So now to find the total circumference, I'm going to add those two together, 4 times 2 plus 31.41, and that gives us 62.82 centimeters. Alright, let's have a look at the second part, finding the area of both. So first we need to find the area of the large circle. So we're going to go pi times 10 squared, because again we're finding the radius. That gives us, so that gave us 314.15. So that's the large, so that's the area here. Now we've only got a semicircle, so again we need to divide that by 2. So the area of the larger one is 57.08 centimeters squared. And then let's have a look at the small one. So the small one, they have a diameter of 10, so they have a radius of 5. So pi times 5 squared, and that will give us 78.54 centimeters squared. Now remember that we have two semicircles, or a whole circle, so that 78.54 represents both sections of that circle. It's just been cut in half. All I need to do to finish off now, so find the total, is add those two together. So 57.08 plus 235.62 centimeters squared. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's keep going. If you want to, you can always stop, have a go at the question, and then watch the video to continue. Alright, here we go. Let's have a go at this one. So this time we've got a circle and then a rectangle in the middle. Now these two sections here make a whole circle. So we're just going to find the circumference of one circle. So the circumference is equal to pi times the diameter, which is 6. So the circumference would be 18.8. Now we need to add 10 because we have this length here, as well as 10 on this side as well. So add 10 on there, and we should get 38.8 centimeters for the length around the outside of the shape. Okay, let's have a look at finding the area. So the area of the circle is pi r squared, and again we have a whole circle because we have two halves, so we just need to go pi times the radius, which is 3 squared, and that equals 28.27. Now we need to find the area of the rectangle, which is the length times the breadth. So we've got 6 times 10, which gives us 60. And then all we need to do is add those two together. Plus, oh, what happened there? 60, that's what I was doing. So 88.27 centimeters squared. And there's an example of a few harder questions. So sometimes they just break the shape up, and then you need to make sure you include all the extra length or shapes when you're finding the area. Alright, year 8, I will see you tomorrow in class. Bye.